What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm a little excited. Listen, listen. Today was one of them days, y'all. I got to tell y'all straight up. I told Josh on the phone before we came on, started preparing for the live stream. Since I'm a catering driver, I had my route set. All my damn orders got canceled. I had about $200 worth of orders just for me to do my route. Then I was planning on doing a little bit of like Uber Eats and DoorDash in the evening time before the live. And then cancel. The only order that remained was a $40 order.
I would have canceled that shit too. Been like, watch this, bitch.
Bro, that's the only order that remained. I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to go about my day. My wife wanted to take the kids to go watch a movie. We watched The Wild Robot. By the way, I almost cried. Okay. I almost cried. Okay. Almost.
Fuck, it's a wild robot.
That's the thing, Josh. It's a robot that
is wild.
that has to use AI, the AI processor, to learn how to survive in the wilderness. And it finds a baby duckling, a baby gosling. That's what they're called, right? A baby gosling that hatches in its robot hands. Okay? And the baby gosling sees the robot, which is trying to figure out how to survive in the wilderness, as its mother. And now this AI robot has to now teach this gosling how to fly. Okay. So they call it a wild robot because it has to survive in the wild. It wasn't put there on purpose. It came down crashing. And then some animal pushed the button that turned it on, and then, hey, whatever task you want me to do, I'll do.
So I got a couple of questions here.
What's the questions?
So robot pretty much became a duck because of AI. Question number 2.
It became an animal.
So, but question number 2, and these are stoner questions, by the way.
Oh, damn.
What happens when the battery die?
It has its power. Okay, so the way they had it is it shut itself down. So its battery, I guess, recharges in the daytime with solar whatever. Then in the nighttime, it runs on battery since there's no sun. So it has to shut itself down so it can conserve battery for tomorrow.
I'm trying to follow, bro. I'm trying to follow.
What do you mean? Why are you trying to follow, Josh?
I don't know. Kids' movies fucking confuse me, bro.
Listen, the movie was good. The movie was good. I didn't want to give too many spoilers. I know some people don't like spoilers, but it's a great kid movie. And there was a point, the part that I almost cried, right, was there was a point where
when the battery died.
No, the battery didn't. Well, all right, like I said, a gosling, right? The bird or the gosling became an actual goose, right? And it had to fly south for the winter. So it had to leave its mama behind.
So the robot ain't learned to fly?
No. You making this even worse. So all I'm saying is the movie was great. If you haven't seen it, if you want to just the inner child, let the inner child come out and go watch it for yourself. The movie was great. Okay, it was a little emotional at some points, but the movie was great. I didn't expect it to be, but the kids, my wife wanted to watch it. I should have took that as a red flag. But My wife wanted to watch it, and we went to go watch it with the kids. After I did my catering order, we went over there, and then after we did that order, we did that order. We didn't do it. After I went to the movies with them, I did Uber Eats, and the first order that popped up on my screen was this.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
The first order that popped up on,
bro.
Huh?
That's a sign, bro.
Bro, I said, what the hell is this? The first order that popped up on my screen. Because I was like, okay, babe, just go ahead home with the kids. They had already eaten dinner and everything. So it's like, just go ahead home with the kids. And that's when my son is doing his homework now. Because we wanted to watch this movie with the kids. And now I walked in and he got stuck on the math homework. So I had to try to help him as much as possible with the math before bedtime, right? Because bedtime is really 8:30. So it's division. He's having a little bit of a tough time because he does not understand the steps. He knows the steps, but it's like he doesn't know the steps, but it's like he can't remember what he has to do next. What do you have to do next? So anyway, go ahead. What's up?
Division was hard for me because I took everything literal in school, as you guys could probably fucking tell. So when they said we're gonna divide a number, what I thought was you take the number, you write it, and then you fucking slash it, right? So that you got half of a fucking number. Yeah. So I shit you not, the first time we ever did division, it was like a 7 because they were trying to teach you how shit didn't go into 7 or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I took the 7 and I was up at the board and I swear to God, the teachers would pick shit that they knew would throw me off. So they're like, divide it. So she drew it up on the board and I fucking drew a slash through the son bitch. That's dividing.
He literally cut it in half. Nah, don't get me wrong. I know not like math is not everyone's strongest subject, right? Anything with numbers, especially if you're dyslexic or anything like that, it could be very difficult for a person that, just understanding the steps. To me, that is what makes math difficult. What am I supposed to do next? You know what I mean? If you don't have the steps memorized on what to do next, on how to find the answer, you will always get stuck with math. Always. So, and you know what I hate too? When they give you them worksheets, bro, and the worksheet shows you the way to get the answer that it's trying to get you to understand. But when you get to that answer, or when you get to that number, it's like, it's a different type of equation. The one that they showed in the example might not have a remainder, but the one you have now, hey, what I do with this one? Like now you got a remainder. What am I supposed to do with this? Like to me, it's really all right. So he's in a gifted high achievers class. So imagine, bro, my son don't understand this shit, and I heard my wife say something like, it's almost like, since he's in a gifted high achievers class, they're expecting him to know certain things without them having to teach certain things, which is kind of like bullshit to me. I'm like, bruh, he's in 4th grade. Like, what are you talking about?
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's how the gifted programs sound to me. They expect your kid to be a nerd, no offense, and like learn the shit on their own and like have already read the book because usually they're like 3 miles ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Look, even Oscar said it, right? The easiest way to explain it to kids is that division is the opposite of multiplication. I did that. That's the first thing I did. My son, he knows his multiplication, right? He knows, I think, all the way up to 12, right? 12 times 12, 144. Like he knows his multiplication. But I'm like, okay, well, division is going in the opposite direction. And then he was like, okay. So I gave him a few. All right. So 2 times 9 is 18. Okay. So 18 divided by 9 is...
Fuck.
2? Like, yeah. Okay. And now 18 divided by 2 is... 9.
Welcome to the math.
See what I'm saying?
Show,
is him he knows it going forward, but going backwards, he's struggling. And the teacher, I guess, I don't know, I don't have this as fact, but my wife said something like, the teacher, because he is in a gifted high achievers class, listen, you should know this. Move on to the next. It's like, we're not teaching this. I'm like, wait. Now, the daddy and me like, hey, teacher, you better teach my son, right? I can't argue much more than that because I'm not paying her to teach. You know, she about to be like, get the hell out of my class, you know?
But wait.
What?
You own the house you in, right?
Yeah.
You pay property taxes, right?
Oh.
You paying that motherfucker to teach.
Okay, all right. I see where you're going.
Hold on now. I am paying your fuck ass bill. I don't know how much of it, but I'm paying some of it.
Hold up. Let's see what the chat's saying here. All right. So John says the gifted programs are meant to do one of two things: weed out the children that can either teach themselves with minimal teacher input or locate the ones that are in need of extreme supervision.
Yes.
Now, my son, he can definitely, everything else, let's look at the pie chart, right? If we look at the pie chart, we only got one slice of pie. That's math for my son. Everything else, he, whatever, man, he'll argue, he'll debate your ass. Like, even down to this morning, he's coming to tell me, bye, daddy, he got to go to school. He was like, Donald Trump won? I'm like, bruh, you 9 years old. What are you talking about, Donald Trump? What are you talking about? He's talking to me about Donald Trump won and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I'm trying to process. I'm like, bruh, he's 9 years old. What he knows about politics? Were you into politics at 9, Josh?
I still ain't into politics, and I'm going on fucking 27.
But I'm just saying, how old were you, if you're into politics, how old were you when you actually started to follow politics? So that's why I said, my son, if you look at a pie chart and you got one slice, the one slice out of that pie chart is math. Everything else, my son is intrigued with everything, bro. What you were going to say?
See, I feel like it's crazy because I don't consider myself to be into politics. I'm into the reading behind the politics, right? So when everybody's voting on the bill and everybody's like trying to read the fucking footnotes as to what the bill's about, I'm that asshole that is sitting there on the toilet or in the bed or wherever is like idle mind, sitting there reading the whole bill. Oh, this is a 1,000-page bill. Let me keep reading. And I will know everything that's about that bill by the time it goes to be voted for. So I don't consider myself for the people that are for the policies. I consider myself for the policy itself. I don't know. I just, yeah.
Okay. All right. So check this out. I want to play this for y'all. Let me know how you feel about this. So ooh. I really wanted to share this because I have never seen this before. Yep. And apparently this is going on in New York. They stopped putting boots on cars since we're delivery drivers, right? And they're putting, well, I'll just play the video.
They got them here too.
Whoever be parking, y'all, they caught them. They got you, bro. They said no more boots. Fuck the boots. Y'all got pads on the fucking window. Yeah, it's like a padlock on the window shit. They said fuck the boot because people taking the boot off.
It's called the Barnacle.
It's called a Barnacle?
It's called the Barnacle.
So, like this, I know this is in New York, right? And I know we have some New York listeners and watchers and stuff like that, or even like the upper states, right? Bro, we don't have this type of shit here. Do you have it in Orlando?
We do. Yeah. So
I mean, here. When I say here, I mean down in Miami. I've never seen this.
Oh no. So go back a little bit because I'm gonna explain it so that people understand what it is. Go back to where it showed the Barnacle.
Right here?
Right. Yeah, right there. So basically this is powered by 4 suction cups, sometimes 5, on each corner and in the middle of that yellow panel.
All right,
and it's suction cups.
Let me just back it up so they can see the whole thing. But I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it suction cups to the windshield, right? Now, it's also got a rubber barrier around it, and that also suction cups a little bit too. Now, what they did here is they made this zero labor intensive. So you have to call, you got to pay over the phone. It's got a little code pad on it. And you have to enter the code, take the barnacle off, and take it to whatever address is on that boot or barnacle, whatever. Now, there's a way to defeat these things, and it's pretty simple. So, obviously, if you know anything about science or physics or anything like that, pressure is what these things run off of. So, if you can fluctuate the pressure using heat and or cold, you can get the barnacle off without using the code, but it lets off a really loud siren. It's like one of those Home Depot things. You can also, if you have what we call Slim Jims, you can get up underneath it. And if you could just tap the suction cup, you can get one off at a time. They're really easy to remove. I know from experience.
We don't want to know what you've done, Josh. So, all right. So even though I understand what you're saying, right? I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, the person that's placing these things on a person's windshield, you know, the first thing that came to mind, I was like, if they put that shit on my windshield, safe light repair, safe light repair.
Oh, hell yeah. No. So this happened to me in fucking New Orleans, bro. They got these bitches in New Orleans. They put it on my windshield, and I had gotten a chip in my windshield on the way up to New Orleans. They put that motherfucker on there, and they suction cupped it down. It created pressure and cracked my whole fucking windshield. So I said, I ain't paying shit. You broke my windshield. Nowhere on that damn thing does it say not responsible for damages, bitch.
Ah, damn.